The new generation of Pokemon drops in 1 week, and for some reason, people still have a problem with Dexit. The Dexit discourse around Pokemon needs to stop, and there are good reasons why. What it do, YouTube? Your boy Matt Omega back on the mic, here again with another opinion I hope doesn't cause any more problems, but I know it will. If you're a serious Pokemon player, and you were around in 2018 during Sword and Shield's unveiling and leaks, you remember the first round of Dexit. The problem is, Dexit is still a very prominent thought process amongst fans, and it shouldn't be, but let's talk about it. To make this recap short, Dexit was an admittedly knee-jerk reaction to a franchise first. For the first time ever, not every Pokemon would be coded into the new game. There were points previously where Pokemon that didn't appear in the game were basically impossible to get legit, like in Ruby and Sapphire, but this case, the Pokemon wouldn't be able to even be seen within the game through any means. Getting told content you'd had basically your entire life was getting cut is bad enough, but to make it all worse, Game Freak fat-fingered their statement about Dexit, saying they did it to improve the game's animations and the work that went into each Pokemon. Then Sword and Shield dropped, and the animations looked like this. And the models scaled like this. And the game's map was probably one of the worst to ever be in a mainline series game. Dexit absolutely had a reason to exist. Pokemon was doing bad with Sword and Shield quality-wise, but that was only up to a certain extent. With the release of Pokemon Legends Arceus, Game Freak is making good on those promises of increasing the game's scope, direction, and animation work. But there lies the issue. Pokemon is fast approaching the point of having 1,000 unique creatures to model and bring to life. It's not feasible to work on every single one for every game release. There are AAA games where the amount of unique character models don't go over 100. It's nuts to expect 1,000 while also expecting a game to drop on time and have work done in other areas like game modes or gameplay. And that's not the half of it. You, as a player, do not need to be able to catch 1,000 Pokemon. You don't need to move your entire old dex onto the new game. Pokemon Home exists. Our goal as fans shouldn't be begging for Sunflora to make an appearance in the new game. Eventually, it will. Our goal should be pushing for more content, or pushing for difficulty, or pushing for changes. Dexit only matters if Game Freak isn't putting that work into other areas. Just having the Pokemon adds nothing to the actual game, besides a few extra minutes of the exact same core gameplay loop you can already do 400 times with the regional dex. It makes the games harder to balance around too. Personally, hand-picked Pokemon per generation make for a more even and fair game, and it's likely more Pokemon get shine every generation because of it too. I know a guy who has been waiting to see Mankey in a game for years, and when he finally sees it and it looks cool as shit and has great animation work, it will all have been worth it. Now, all that I've said only stays true if Game Freak stays on course with the work and improvement they've shown in Legends Arceus. If the presentation is bad again, if the animation gets stagnant, whatever, bring back Dexit. Dexit matters when the work isn't being done. But I think the experiences that can be had when they focus in areas other than letting you have your Fire Red Pidgeot go to a new region take precedence. This is Matt Omega. Stop asking for 1,000 Pokemon. Okay, thanks. Bye.